This is going to be a sequel to my last broadcast because I spent too much time talking about absent-minded Abe. I tend to do that because there's a rich history of him either being real or fake. So it's a controversial topic on this channel. So this one we're not going to be talking about him. We're just going to go down the line of people. I also forgot a bunch of people. I kind of rush these live streams. I do them in my car on a whim. Um, So I had no idea I was gonna make that live stream until I pretty much like 10 minutes before. So let's get into it. As soon as I saw the live stream, I'm at a different park and a car pulls in, man. Some type of electric vehicle. Yeah, that guy's definitely a gangstalker, man. Fat guy. See, this shit always fucking happens. So every time I actually start the live stream, I'm starting to notice, I didn't always like to make coincidences, but people pulling up. So law enforcement looking fat white dude in his 50s. He's banging a U-turn. I'll try to capture him when he comes back. I don't know why they do this. He just came in here and just bust a U-turn and into the garden area. So look where he's all pulling up at. And I think this is part of it to locate me or something. So this road goes into like a garden. It's not even a regular road. He just pulled in here to make a U-turn when he could have made a U-turn all the way back there. So, I mean, there's something about parks that I'm noticing in white neighborhoods that you do actually get real physical gangstalking, the classical phone notification, community watch group type stuff. Okay. So, we're going to go over the names. So basically, start with Bluffy the Narc Slayer. I don't think she's a legitimate targeted individual. Okay. Now there's a controversy with her and a bunch of weird people attacking her channel. Those people seem like gang stalkers. See, that narrative makes her look like a TI, so I can't go either way. But again, the flipping from Christianity into the esotericism, which a lot of these fake targets will be both, but she tried to play it off like, oh, I was a Christian, then I went to divination, witchcraft magic, but it's not witchcraft, it's actually spirituality. Now, that drastic day and night contrast, that means, in my opinion, she was always into that stuff. You don't just pick up a tarot deck as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, you know what? Let me just pick up the old demonic tarot deck, speak to some evil spirits. And you know what? Christianity's bad. So that's when my opinion makes her a perp, is that blatant flip flop. Now, let's go over so I'm gonna say people that aren't exactly perps as well. Tay Lynch, Underdog's mentor. I feel like there's something suspicious with her, but she seems pretty legit. I mean, the suspicious thing is obviously the tarot deck and the getting out of your targeting scenario. That's something that these fake. So I'll put her actually in the fake category. These people that get out of their targeting, like they claim to be targeted individuals, but they suddenly get out of it where their lives are good again. And, obviously there's no evidence of anything going on and it's just not consistent. See, I'm still getting gang stalked. I'm still getting, it took some time for it to set up because I moved back and forth from different states. Like, this is some type of mobile, I would say like a crisis center. Mobile units are deployed to real TIs. Like, everywhere you go, there's a mobile handler that instructs people and employs people. Then I get like the matrix targeting, right? Like the license plates. Some of those people don't know anything. Let's just be honest. I have to cut my car on. It's fucking hot as shit. So this is not gonna be a long live stream. I hate sitting here wasting gas. So Tay Lynch, because of the anybody that plays with tarot cards is fake. Okay, because why tarot cards? Let's say you're TI and you go to get a psychic reading. Like, that's as far as it should go. And you shouldn't even have the money to do that. So you're like, I'm gonna give you an example. Your target, okay, you can be anybody, right? Let's just say you're like a white girl and you feel powerless, you want to figure things out. So maybe once you hire a psychic because you're not even like a Christian, you're just someone that fucking just a normal atheist type white girl, right? Or so you hire a psychic to try to figure out answers if you have extra money, but it's not really a priority. But when you're picking up a tarot card deck, a Ouija board, I mean, these are specific things that are tied to specific movements and groups, and they're just not conducive with being a real TI. Anything that has a group where you can run to that group and start generating income from reading tarot cards or having support with backing and things like that, it just shows that you're fake. So anyone that's not independent is pretty much fake. The next person we're gonna do is the Kim Mosby, the book lady. Uh, she's absolutely fake. I gave her the benefit of the doubt at first. And again, we're gonna bring up this guy Abe. He never calls out this lady. She wears black and red. She's fake as fuck, but she's white, so she's allowed to do it. See, there's an agenda with that guy. I'm not calling him a racist because, people might think I'm more racist than him because based on the stupid shit I say in the jokes. But I'm not saying that. It's an agenda. He's part of a group. He's part of a network that's, going after black fucking content creators. Some of it some of them deserve it, obviously. But these fake narratives, it goes with the white supremacy doctrine of lying and really getting off on lying to people and having them believe it because you're the superior race. So that's what you think, the superior race. So they're inferior. So if you lie to them, they buy it hook, line, and sinker. That's a weapon in your arsenal. And there's no remorse. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, DB Gangstalking simulation. Let's talk about him. I'm not gonna sit here and just call him real. Okay, I'm just not gonna do that because one thing for sure, and he's the most guiltiest person of this, is that he's hoaxing his gangstalking. Meaning he's going to the park, he's waiting for tactics, and then filming it and calling gangstalking and making this joke parody content creator type of stuff spiel with it to have you donate him money. So in that aspect, he's like a fucking bad person, absolutely. So I'm not gonna sit here and call him real, but what I look for a criteria is what is your agenda? Who are you tied up with? Are you reading tarot cards? Now he could obviously be fake. So I'll put him in the 50-50 category, but more towards real. So like 60-40 real for him. Okay. For reference, absent-minded Abe, like, I talk a lot of shit on him, but it's like he's a 15-85. 15% he's real, 85% he's fake. And it's just because I've been investigating him so hard. I mean, if you didn't know much about the guy, you would think he's real because he has such a convincing production to his YouTube channel. Like his YouTube channel is being produced. The way he's coming on, and I'm talking about he's making his own content, he's winging it, he's doing improv, right? What do I do with that? But the way he comes on, he has instructions. That's one thing I will say for sure. Someone is giving him they're vague instructions, but they're instructions on how to fucking do his channel. So let's go down the line. Night Tiger Jedi, he's a fake target. I don't think he's a perp. He's a fake TI, but I don't think he's a perp because he doesn't have the agenda. He doesn't have a intelligence agency like running his channel. That's for sure. Okay. But he's not a real target. He's never been actually gang stalked. I think he's confused. So he's in the 50-50 category. 50-50 category is like they're either confused or, Now there's a noobs person on the Steam. I think, is it called Gangstalking Realm? Okay. It's a Hispanic dude. He's like a vocal linguist or something, or speech therapist, right? So he's a TI that makes like good money and is probably middle class. Now I'm gonna tell you what this guy is. I think he's real. He's in the beginning of his stages of his targeting, but he's making it way worse based on the brainwashing. And that's what I did in my first year. I already did targeted patent, but no, this guy Gangstalking Realm. I mean, he's a smart dude. He's a Spanish dude, like an American Spanish dude. Like an old school Spanish guy. You know how Spanish people used to be fucking American as fuck? They were way more American than I was. for a long time. It's now they're just like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I think we're in like a parallel universe or something. But he's one of them Spanish people where it's like fucking American as fuck, you know, really worked his way up in life and then became what seems to be targeted, but he's targeting himself. He's antagonizing police. He's antagonizing that. So for this, I won't call him a perp. Perps generally don't put their asses on the line. You know, they sit at home like Abe and fucking, they're like little couch targets and they whine about shit and then they do little subliminal shit like they get electric boners. And if you don't get a boner from directed energy, you're a fake TI. Then he laughs with his white supremacist friends in the background. So now I'm gonna rate myself in an honest fashion because of all the tomfoolery, like things that Targeted Patent brings up. If I'm looking at my channel from like an outside looking in, I would say I'm like a 70-30, 70% real, 65% real, 35% fake. And it's because I don't take it serious and I fucking goof around and shit like that. But the stuff that makes me real is like, there's no stories of me hacking anyone, contact. I haven't sent one email, one text message. I haven't gathered one phone number. I haven't asked for one person's name. I haven't reached out to anybody. All the attacks have been towards me for me trying to put my links out. So, like, if you've been following me and then you look at the evidence and the 35% of me being fake, just being from honest, it's just because you don't know any better. Because I'm not showing my face. You can never, like, fucking realistically meet me, you know? But I've shown enough evidence where you hear me talking and you know it's my car that I'm filming the fucking evidence, though. That's the whole fucking deal. Like, I'm filming it. It's not like me stealing someone else's shit. There's too much of it. Okay. Some of it I'm wrong about. You know, some of these license plates, you know, they could be coincidental. I'll say maybe 20% of them, 25% of the shit I post. You know, maybe other people are seeing that shit too. But the reason why I post this shit is so you can have the long term patterns. That's why I fucking post all this shit. You see the long term pattern. So Adriana Tellez, I don't know if you guys remember her. I'm just going with 100% fake on her. She's just 100%. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near anything here. So I'm going to keep this going for a little bit. Just give me a second. I got to get some stuff ready. I'm about to probably play some basketball, shoot around while I'm here. So I just did a workout. I ran 3 miles. I always run 3 miles. My times have gotten way slower, but I'm in way better cardio shape. So I'm averaging like 6:45 a mile, 7-minute a mile. I just recently got like a little outside fitness watch to track your steps, and that shit's so inaccurate. Like, I was gonna post the results. Like, that shit fucking, if you're running a mile on the treadmill, it says you ran like 0.7 miles on the watch. So it's just completely fucking, just, you know, it's inaccurate. I don't know how to fix it. Just gonna have to bear with me, folks. I'm gonna try to hit the list pretty hard. Probably towards the end, because there's people where I don't want to categorize them as fake, but it's like, dude, you're not getting gang stalked. It sounds like you were wrong. You know, the targeting must end guy. I mean, he's like the black absent-minded Abe. Like, these directed energy people are just fakes. They've always been fakes. Now, the actual phenomenon and the attacks are real, and it's being done by a fucking perpetrator. We don't know who it is or how it's done. It's very hard to prove, but you know, it actually is a real thing. But yeah, that targeting must stop guy. I think he's a real TI, but I think he's mentally ill. He lost it, you know, and that's not to disrespect. I mean, he's just not credible. You know what I'm saying? But who else is here? I'm trying to think of like the algorithm. Planet Pat, he's the same way. I'll be honest, Planet Pat has some good theories on the NBA and Freemasonry and him being blackballed by the NBA. If you pay attention to that stuff, like I'm not saying that stuff is true, but he speaks on some true shit with that. Okay, so I honestly think he may be a target. You know, I don't discredit all people, all their testimony, if they're like mentally ill. But he's so that's a category of like he'll look outside and see cars and be like, oh, they parked a blue car, a black car. My neighbors are all in on it, and he's wrong about that. The stuff he's showing, and it's not because he's a fake. I think he literally has had several mental breakdowns and shit over time. And like the way he just he's like catatonically staying at his mom's house. You know what I'm saying? And that's a dude that was really good at sports. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? That dude was, I wouldn't say he was an NBA talent, but he was definitely a college talent athlete, especially for a white dude. You know, I think he said he could dunk back in the day. Like, I've seen him shoot around. Like, he's no joke. You know what I'm saying? He's no joke at basketball. You could tell that he had some training. You know, he used to play, I think, college or something. But I'm just saying that, I mean, I don't think he's fake, but I think he got brainwashed by the narrative. He's mentally vulnerable, right? But so I don't think he's fake. Eli Helm, I'm sorry, I think he's fake, man. He might be a real dude, like a solid dude in real life, but I don't think he's ever been through gang stalking, man. He's too obsessed with Matrix movies. Like, like honestly, it's almost on some perp level stuff, where it's like, dude's a talented video editor, right? And he could take it to the next level if he wanted to. But as far as gang stalking, I mean, he's just way less evidence than absent-minded Abe. Way less. And testimonial wise, way less. But when he talks about it, it sounds good. The philosophical stuff he does. So again, too much support to be a real TI for me. So, you know, I think he's like a plant. That's how I feel like. He's a plant. Okay. Does he do real talented stuff? Does he have real things to say? Yeah, but he's like a plant. He's like an industry plant. Young Steel, I think he was targeted. I'll be honest with you. I think he was targeted. He was so traumatized from it. He's just like kind of crying about it, way past. Like he honestly, but he's not totally dishonest. He's like, oh, they used to do it. They used to. He doesn't make shit up. So he's honest about it. But I think he did get targeted, maybe by some witches. But like, bro, he's in that like Illuminati parties. Like, so I won't necessarily, he's not, I don't know. He's one of these black sellouts to me, these Illuminati sellouts. Uh, he claims not to be, but I mean, he's doing the one eye. He's at this fucking party. They're throwing devil horns up. You know what I'm saying? Like he at least rolled with occult type stuff. Like he's down with the occult. New breed. I don't think New breed's a perp. I actually do think he's maybe really targeted. I think he's a plant too. I think he's an FBI plant, but I think he's still getting targeted, but it's just like different groups surveilling him because he's a successful black man, quote unquote, on the internet. But yeah, I don't know, man. Probably gonna end this live stream in a little bit here though. I'm just making this because last one I didn't do it properly. I focused on one person the whole time because it was like not a planned live stream and I was having a bad day. And I just need to get that information out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's really disinformation agents that are fucking tasked to literally make your story sound fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got people, I'm sitting here running 530 miles, 545 miles on these treadmills at this one gym. Because I used to go to this one gym location. They had multiple locations. So the normal one I went to, I was hitting like 630, 615. Then this one, I was going to multiple different treadmills and really test them out. And then I was like fucking consistently, like I did 2 miles back to back, 530, 545. And I've been training. Like today I ran 3 miles. I run pretty much every time I work out, I run more than 2 to 3 miles every single time. And then I do a workout. So just to keep up with that, you know what I'm saying? So I have low times and stuff. But yeah, those 5-minute times, I highly doubt. I think I did maybe one that was like 550 that was legit because I've hit 615 on the legit machines. But he's literally fucking saying that I'm lying about fucking entirely running. Okay, that's why I'm bringing this up. He's literally saying that I'm fucking lying. Think about the logic though. Like I'm just putting a treadmill on, hopping off, and then taking pictures of the fucking times that I'm not running. That's what the narrative that he was secretly trying to put out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't make any fucking sense. And I know I can hit a 5-minute mile. I'm talking about high 5 minutes. There's a specific fucking like training. Like, first of all, if you let's say you go out there and you try to run a 5-minute mile, your first mile running, you're not gonna usually hit it. You need to warm up. So you need to run several miles, take breaks in between, and fucking have electrolytes, fucking like all types of get jazzed up on all this shit. Like I have methylene blue, electrolytes, fucking carb load before, and really train. And that's what these athletes do: stretch, dynamic stretching, all that shit. But yeah, like I'm not lying. Like, why would I fucking even come online and admit that those machines, and there's fucking several of them. It's literally the whole row of machines. You put it to 12 miles an hour, and that shit's not 12 miles an hour. I'm sitting there like shrugging my shoulders. I'm like, wait a second. You know what I'm saying? So running fucking 0.6 miles on 12 miles an hour and then turn around doing that shit again. So that shit was completely wonky and fucked up. So how the fuck how am I supposed to know? Like I go off of what the treadmill said. I don't like, oh, well, this one's not calibrated. I didn't even know you can calibrate them or whatever. Like, so it's just stupid. So I run 6-minute miles, 630 miles, dude. Ooh. Like, that's what I'm saying. But the lengths he would do to try, see, he's a liar. But I prove Abe is a liar how many times? Haven't I proved that he's a liar for people that have been following my channel? That it's like, all right, you're a perp, Abe. You're fucking here to just discredit people. All people, not just fucking Matrix Decoded. You're here to fucking discredit everybody, dude, because you're a perp and you hate TIs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you've always hated TIs because you're not one of them. Okay, he puts this act out that it's a jealousy act. Oh, I'm just jealous because the Marines used to make fun of me. Dude, I get made fun of all the time. I probably went through fucking way more torture when it comes to getting made fun of than absent-minded Abe. You know, I'm sure he went through some shit growing up. I'm not trying to take away from that, but he acts like I'm one of these fucking Marines that were fucking studs. Fucking dude, a Marine would whoop my ass in running, dude. Come on now. Most Marines, if not all trained Marines, in a long distance run would be able to train up and keep up with me within a several weeks because almost all of them, because they have to fucking run all the time. So my times aren't even that impressive. You know, when I thought I was in the 530, I was like, what the fuck? which I still hit a 615, and all in the same day I hit you can look it up in the post, a 615, a 630, and 645 on legit machines all in the same day. So if that was the case, wouldn't I do 4-minute miles? Wouldn't I keep posting if I was lying about it? Think of the logic. And then you gotta think of his shoes, what he's trying to do if you step into his shoes. So if I was lying, wouldn't I just never admit that and then just put 4-minute miles and 450 and just hop off the treadmill? It's pure stupidity. Okay. No one's that fucking dumb. That's the whole point. And that's why I bring that up. Sounds like I'm butthurt about it. I'm not. I'm butthurt in the fact that those fucking machines lie and these fucking idiots don't fix it because no one runs at the gym. They all walk on the fucking treadmills. But yeah, I'm digressing. So we'll go down the line here. Immaterial, man. Guy's a nice guy. He seems like a legitimate dude. He's a complete fake. I think he's one of these individuals that got flipped. I mean, the Walmart evidence he showed, I mean, depending on how long that went on for, that's consistent with gangstalking. We're not going to fucking lie about that, right? But at the end of the day, man, that shit ain't enough. And then when you flip on the TIs, and I sat here and badmouth Abe for hating TIs. That guy's another person that all of a sudden started hating TIs, and all of a sudden his life started getting better. All of a sudden he has a secondary YouTube channel that's monetized. Just little coincidences like that. So I think he's 100% fake. I'll say that loud and proud. I've proved he's fake. There's no coming back for a person like absent-minded Abe, right? I mean, immaterial, man. That person that drove and left, he turned around and snuck back and came back. That guy that left originally. Remember I told you that guy, he pulled up to the garden section of the park where it's like usually cars can't even go there because I'm in the regular parking lot. I'm going to show you where he parked. And this is all strategic to fucking geolocate me. This is what they do it for. So he left and then he came back and parked over there. You see how that works? He literally left the entire area and then came back and snuck behind me. I just noticed him. You see how the real park gang stalking works? So yeah, of course. People can come and fucking be shady and fuck like stuff like that, man. Keep eyes on you. It's probably a private investigator. That's what he looks like, to be honest. He has a law enforcement background. Fat white guy, bald, sunglasses. He's probably listening to this fucking live stream on YouTube in his radio right now, taking pictures of me. See, I show real fucking gang stalking here, guys. It's not really that difficult to showcase, man. There's no blurry camera, no bullshit, no magic tricks over here, guys. But I'm about to wrap this shit up. Let this fucking agent finish his fucking job up. I've been here for about 30 minutes. A lot of gang stalking action in 30 minutes. Go to out of state, New York plate here. Man, woman, couple. Seem like gang stalkers, I'll be honest with you, but let's see what they're doing at the park. Probably absolutely nothing. These people don't even look like they go to the park. Pale, out of shape, young, mid-30s. But yeah. About to wrap this fucking shit up, shoot around. Fucking lock my car up because there's a gang stalker here. All right. I'm out of here. Might do a part 3. Might not. Peace.